I wanted to take this chance today to talk about relationships in withdrawal and specifically friendship in withdrawal. Someone recently asked about marriage and how to keep a marriage together and cope through withdrawal. And so I talked about that in a previous video, and I just thought this would be a good chance to just do a series on relationships in general in withdrawal because it can be such a confusing and tiring and tumultuous time to cope with yourself and then also to manage your relationships in withdrawal. So I'm just going to dive in and share some about that. When I was in some of the worst part of my withdrawal, I felt like I couldn't relate to people normally outside of talking about withdrawal. Like it was just seemed like my looping was so bad. I just felt like, how am I ever going to relate normally again and be able to have normal back and forth conversation and have mutual friendships and relationships? And so it felt pretty scary. And I'm here to tell you that your ability to relate is going to come back if that's you and you're feeling like all you can think about and talk about is withdrawal and you can't fully participate in life and relationships the way you used to. I just want to encourage you that you will heal and that will come back. And it's like having the flu, but for your brain or something for an extended time. But eventually you won't be feeling that way anymore. And you'll just be doing normal life and being able to return to normal relationships in a more healthy way. And so, yeah, I felt pretty desperate. If you would like to meet with me, the good news is I am opening my calendar to meet one-on-one with anybody just to talk through coaching to support you through your healing journey. My withdrawal was pretty brutal, and I'm just really glad to be able to get to the other side, to a place of functioning and enjoying life and just being healthy. And so I'm happy to walk with you through that process of healing if that's something you'd like to do. My website is in the description, and so you can click on that to find my calendar and sign up for time with me, and I would love to meet with you. So just to dive in, friendship specifically can be really we all can have our ups and downs in relationships and our confusion through relationships in general. And then you throw withdrawal into that, and that can make it even more muddy. So I'm just going to give you some of the things that I learned along the way that helped me. And it was definitely like a trial by error and learning as I went. And yeah, so I'll just kind of like go through some of those different examples. But you might find that you have friends who they love you and you've had a long-term friendship with them, but they really don't get what it is to be in withdrawal. And that can feel really isolating or like, well, what do I do with this relationship? This withdrawal is like taking over my whole life. And so those relationships, I would encourage you, don't give up on them, but just share honestly. And it's okay to press pause and not to get together as much and just let them know you love them, but you're just struggling and can't get out much. Things like that. Just to own that it's me, not you. Just to own that what you're going through and to communicate that you do care, but that you just don't have much capacity right now. And then in time, you can reconnect in meaningful ways. So I definitely had that happen. I had a friend, and maybe, it was the way I communicated could have been part of it, but she was really upset with me for going, I think because I was going through it. And you might find that through withdrawal, and you might find that some friends fundamentally just don't agree with getting off meds. And so they might not be able to really support you or understand. And that's okay. They can still be your friend. But maybe that's just not what I came to, was just maybe that's not what we connect about. Like we just have different journeys in that area. So that would be my encouragement for friends who they're a true friend, but maybe they just do not understand withdrawal itself or just aren't able to be very supportive about withdrawal itself. Is that maybe they're not the right one to be connecting with right now, and then you can evaluate later, what it looks like, just by communicating in kind ways. So that's something that I had to learn, and I think just communicating honestly goes a long way, and accepting your own limits, of what you can do and what you can't do at this time. And and then you might have a friend who they don't get it, but they are supportive. Like they are able to just be an encouraging person to you. And they're like, hey, I don't have to get it. I still want to see you, or I still want to help out or whatever. And that, I would say, just lean on them how you can, get together how you can. For me, that was a friend who she came and did my laundry when I was in the worst kindling, and I could hardly get out of bed or do anything. And I was just so desperate. She came and did my laundry, and that made me feel really loved. And she didn't maybe understand what I was going through or how to help me through it or anything, but she was a good friend to me. And so just receiving what she could give and just being thankful for that went a long way. And even though I wasn't able to maybe show up in the same way in that friendship for that year and a half, whatever long time it was, but she was able to just be understanding. So I just feel really thankful, because friends like that, it feels like a godsend, someone who can just care about you. I really think it is a godsend, care about you, even though you're not able to show up in the same way. And for me, I had it felt really like a miraculous godsend. I had a friend I reconnected with who had gone through withdrawal in a very similar way, very similar circumstances and stuff. And she was just able to pick up the phone and talk to me on a regular basis about what was going on. And I just knew it was from God, and she was able to be helpful about the actual withdrawal and was a true friend. So that just felt like a miraculous, I really believe it was like a miraculous provision that God gave me. And so there might be someone like that for you, and, just ask God, but where someone is just able to pick up the phone and encourage you through how hard this is, and that it doesn't stay this way and you're going to heal. So yeah, those friends, lean on them and just thank them. And I had to learn to pace it out too, because when you're in this really deep and the symptoms are really bad and you just feel like you're at the end of your abilities, at the end of yourself and your hope, you're running out of hope, it really helps to have someone just encourage you who knows you and who knows what withdrawal is, that it doesn't stay like this. And so, yeah, I think we all do need that encouragement through this process. And so that was such a miracle to me. I'm so grateful for it. So I also want to pay it forward and be there for others through this, because it's so not easy. It's really outside of our framework of what we could expect and what's normal for us, our mindset of what suffering is like. It really does shatter our boxes in a lot of ways to be able to suffer this much. But you do heal, and that's the good news, is that healing happens, and that God is with you, and that you can always turn to God, and He's a true friend who can really be with you through this and provide what you need. So for me, that was a really meaningful truth about going through this too, is that God is there and God is a friend, and He hears, and He's wants me to have, like it says in the Bible, He wants me to have life and have it abundantly. And so He doesn't want me to just completely be isolated. And at the end of my, hope, he really wants me to connect and to heal and recover. And so I just want to share that with you too, that, there is hope and there is more life than this. And, yeah, there's so much more after this. So don't give up and keep reaching out to those who are helpful to you. And if you don't have those people in your life right now, just know that there are so many who have come through this and who also care. And I also leaned on the groups, like support groups online. Angie Peacock runs some groups, and those were really great. And I know there's others who run support groups. Those calls of just like seeing other faces of people who are going through this, being able to connect with them and hear their stories, being able to ask questions, that can be so helpful and so healing through this process, because this process can be just so isolating and you can feel so doomed, but it's just not true. You are not doomed. And there's many people who have gone through these dark waters and come out on the other side and done really, really well. And so just hold on to those hopes and hold on to other people who have come through this and who are coming through this, and just know that that healing is real. There's also, online forums, and finding a withdrawal buddy can be really helpful. Someone who's going through this who you can connect with, and you can find those sometimes through the groups or forums. And also coaching, and I'd be glad to meet with you and to talk and to connect in any way that's helpful for you to heal through this process. So those are my encouragements, and just stay in the fight and just know healing happens and you're gonna come through this and be enjoying life so much more. I am doing so much now that I would be really surprised if I saw myself last year to this year, how much I can do and enjoy life. I just had I hosted a group of 25 people for like a farm camp out, and it was so fun. And I was just really able to enjoy myself and enjoy my kids, and went to the beach and hung out with people and talked and ate ice cream. And yeah, I'm doing life, and life is really good. And so just know, even if it's really dark right now, that you can heal and be on the other side of this, and there can be a lot of meaning in it too, and purpose. So hold on to that. And I hope to meet with you soon. So you can see my link in the description, and I would love to meet with you. Just click on it and you can sign up. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.